Hey guys, and welcome back to another lesson with me. Today we're talking about vergelykings. Now, vergelykings must sound familiar because of trappe van vergelykings, which is degrees of comparisons, right? What we're doing is we are breaking it down into vergelykings and then we will press back into trappe van vergelykings, right? So vergelykings is comparisons. Ultimately, that is what it means. So vergelykings comparisons, right? We are comparing things to each other. Now let's go to our notes and see what it says. A vergelyking is 'n stylfiguur waarby twee dinge met mekaar vergelyk word. I should use another pen. Like this is not visible enough. Okay. So, 'n vergelyking is 'n stylfiguur waarby twee dinge met mekaar vergelyk word. So, a comparison is a style figure whereby two things are being compared to each other. For example, soos stadig, soos 'n skilpad, as slow as a snail. Okay, so as slow as a snail. Now, what are we comparing to? We're comparing to how slow something is to how slow a snail is. And we are using soos as our bridge gap because we are not saying that that's exactly what it is, but we are saying that it's like what it is. Okay? 'n vergelyking vra dat ons een ding met 'n ander ding vergelyk. So, a comparison is asking that we compare one thing to another, right? So that's basically all that it is. We are just comparing one thing to another thing. Ons gebruik die woorde soos en nes. Nes is like net so, just like, right? So, you look just like Tiffany. Jy like nes soos Tiffany. Nes is like a abbreviation for net so. So ons het soos en ons het nes. Here's our examples. Hy is so sterk soos 'n os. Hy is so sterk soos 'n os. We are comparing him being so strong to the strength of an ox so that you understand fully how strong this person is. Comparisons are usually used as an extensive description, as an exaggerated description. So I could just be like, oh, that boy is so strong. But if I go, he is as strong as an ox, that exaggeration on how strong he is gives you a better idea. Let's look at an example with nes in it. Sy lyk nes 'n pop. Sy lyk nes 'n pop. Sy lyk, she looks just like a doll. So we are comparing a girl's looks to that of a doll. So it'll give you a rough idea of what exactly she looks like if the comparison is being made to a doll. And here is our nes and so. And do you see when we use soos in a sentence, so is very important. So hy is so sterk. He is so strong. Just like a os. So is very important when it comes to soos as being the conjunction between one comparison and another comparison, okay? Alright? So, vergelyking, comparisons, we are comparing one thing to another, and a comparison means that you are comparing one thing to another. You cannot have a comparison and tell somebody that they look like something. Oh my word, you look like the sun. You look like the sun. That is a comparison, but we are taking two objects. That example was supposed to be in my head. It sounded like I wasn't comparing two things. Let me think of another one. The wall is white. That's not a vergelyking. The muur is wit is not a vergelyking. We are saying it is white. Kind of like similes and metaphors. Similes is using like or as to compare two things. Metaphors is comparing something and saying that it is. So we're not saying the wall is as white as snow. We're saying the wall is white, right? Same thing with vergelykings. What would be a vergelyking is saying die muur is so wit so sneeuw. The wall is so white as snow. Alright? Awesome guys. Thank you for joining me on this exercise met vergelykings, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!